we talked about, you know, a couple of different things as far as what we mean by a relationship. So now comes the hard part. What kind of relationships do you want in your business? What do they look like? You know, what are the people, what are their attitudes? You know, how do you know a great client when you see one? Have you thought about this before?
One thing we need is trust.
Ah, the T word. All right, that's definitely important. Why do you say trust? I mean, I'm just, you know, it's just green money. I mean, I can just take money from anybody, can't I?
But if you're trying to establish a relationship, it's got to be mutual respect and trust.
Interesting. You mean I can't just take, you know, money from anybody? I mean, I'm just in business. I just want the money, right?
Depends on what you're selling.
It does. It highly depends on what you're selling. And so, you know, if you're in a fiduciary relationship with somebody, like, you know, I end up being in a normal basis, I want to make sure I can trust the person that I'm representing. Because if they lie to me about, you know, the condition of their house, for instance, who's liable? Me, right? Because I'm the one out there telling people lies, right? Now, did I intentionally do it? No. But my client, because they lied to me, put me in this position, right? And so I have to be really careful about those, you know, about those relationships. I mean, imagine somebody lies to you in the insurance business. and then their house burns down, and all of a sudden they don't have insurance. Yeah, that's not going to do good things for your business, is it? You know, imagine the bad publicity they're going to tell everybody they meet for the rest of their life, right? About the guy who, you know, didn't insure them properly. So you really have to, you know, be careful about, you know, about who you're choosing to, you know, have relationships with as far as the trust factor. Any other criteria? How about, do you like them? Do you guys like to do business with jerks?
That's why we do a free behavior evaluation before we go work with a family personally.
Before we take their money.
And it's working with them too.
Right. And so it's very important that right from the beginning that you have some kind of system that identifies somebody who is and I'm using jerk affectionately in this particular sense, but somebody who is not going to get along with you, right?
But our online system is completely different. In that case,
well,
it doesn't matter.
well, I mean,
No, they can be jerks.
they could be jerks online. I was just going to say.
But that's okay.
Imagine that you have somebody who's a stalker online and is sending 29 Twitter posts a day about how much of a jerk you are and how much that you don't know what you're talking about, right? And is trying to find your other clients to tell them how much of a jerk you are. That's not a very good client.
No,
right?
Not that they can be emailing you, complaining about everything you do on the website, not this, not about, you know, there's definitely people online that
Demanding their money back. I mean,
Right, but I think in person to person, it's a much different filtering criteria. You know, filtering system.
Right. But you know, think about the time and the energy, right? That's really what you want to be, you know, concentrating on with the jerks. The jerks will spend sometimes 3 to 4 times as much of your time. Question?
Well,
Yes.
I'm on board with that.
Yeah. I mean,
You gotta pre-evaluate your new customers a little bit, because you can lose so much time, productivity time with the wrong customer. You know, my daughter goes to a school, and they interviewed me. You know, they wanted to make sure that I was on board with the, you know, the program and everything. They were interviewing me.
the father of the student.
Yeah, more than they were interviewing. They knew that she was going to be okay. She wanted what she wanted. She wanted to do the schooling and all that. And she had a good attitude, but they wanted to see my attitude, and that's and that's okay. They should do that, you know.
Well, they're going to have to live with you for a while.
And that's you know, myself being in business 10 years. You know, some customers are just they'll never be happy. They're not happy people. Some customers are jerks.
Right,
They're just
but
not happy.
I mean, it's important that we understand for different businesses is obviously different filtering criteria, right? And so, you know, in my business, if I'm selling your house, I'm going to be living with you for a while. And so if you're a jerk to me on the first day that I meet you or the first week, I probably know that there's more in store, right? And so I have to make sure that I have a way to identify that as soon as I possibly can. Likewise, if I'm trying to buy a house with you, you know, I have similar problems, right? And so you could try to satisfy every one of these clients. Would that be the most efficient way of spending your energy? No. And we've talked about vampires before, right? You know, you can have one client that will suck all your energy and take all the joy out of actually doing your profession and your job. Or you can say, you know, I like to use the "it's not you, it's me" speech, and do a proactive divorce, right? And my wife says, you know, bye bye now, like they say on the planes, bye bye now. And maybe refer them to, you know, somebody you really don't like in your business, right? And so, you know, that's a way to get, you know, to segue somebody onto somebody else. Question?
And I think the only way you can know that is if you do begin to build a relationship early on, so that you can really be aware of the boundaries that are going on between you and the client the customer that you're beginning a relationship with, and then cut your losses early.
Right.
And we just say, give them back their money, it's been really, it just didn't work, I understand that. Then they go away at least not angry at you enough to cause waves.
Correct. Correct. Because you didn't do anything for them, so how can they be angry for you? Right. Exactly. And so there's one other piece that's important. So we talked about.
I've had examples though in the past where I've gone to somebody, you know, and said, you know, I just don't think we mesh, and we're just not working. What do you mean? So you need to really establish. Because sometimes they think you're doing a great job.
And sometimes they turn into your best occasionally.
I've had that though, where I said, I don't think we should work together. The other person's just completely baffled. Thinking, yeah, what did I do? What did I do? And he's sitting there going, are you kidding me?
Everything I bring up, you know, I say white, you say black.
Exactly.
So